Hello, 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 everyone. Hi. Hello, welcome to the channel. Welcome to Countdown to Clocking Out. Countdown to Clocking Out. And I'd like to thank you so much for joining me again. I've been going live faithfully about 3 times a week. And so now I am here with a word for you, and it's about money. And when I say I have a word for you, I mean a word for me too, because I am also on this journey as well. So, hello, welcome to Countdown to Clocking Out. I'm Sia Bryant, and if you're joining me today, chances are you're wondering, am I really financially ready to transition out of my career? And you're not alone because that's what I'm thinking as well. Just a little backstory. The impetus for this channel, this community, is the fact that I am about 5 years from retirement, and I've been thinking about what's next. What do I do next? How do I set myself up in order to be able to have a smooth transition to what's next? And some of you all are in the same boat. You are in my age range, Gen Xers. You might be an older millennial, a younger boomer, and you're thinking, okay, this working 9 to 5, that's it's for the birds. I'm done with that. So, what can I do next? So, that's what this channel is about, and that's what we are here talking about. And today we're talking about money because when you talk about transitioning from one career to the other or retirement, that's really the number one thing that people kind of have on their mind. So, um, the truth is, financial readiness isn't just about how much you've saved, it's having a clear plan, reducing money related stress, and knowing exactly what steps to take to set yourself up for success. And that's very, very important. So, today we're going to dive into the essential components of financial readiness for Gen X women, including there's several things: um, how to assess your savings, how to manage debt, how to explore even creative ways to generate income after your 9 to 5. I mean, that's me, that's my jam. Okay. Plus, I'll be kind of getting your mindset ready to make the next step. So, what I want you to do is, I want you to grab a notebook, grab a favorite drink or a beverage of your choice. I'm not judging. Let's make 2025 the year that you take full control of your financial future. I know if you're like me, I have said it many, many, many times. Okay, this is it. This is the year. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take control of what's happening. I'm going to take. Let's really do it this time. But now, before we dive in, let me know in the chat. Actually, I don't know which way it's wherever the chat is. What's your biggest financial question or worry about transitioning out of your career? What is your biggest financial question or worry about transitioning out of your career? Now, drop it below, and if we have some time, we'll chat about it. We'll talk about it. Now, if you're watching the replay, hey girl, hey, stick around. There's plenty here to help you get started on your journey to financial freedom. Okay. So now let's go ahead and get started. Let's get into the thick of it because it's tough. Money is a tough topic to discuss, right? But you got to do it because not talking about it doesn't make the issue, the question, the problem go away, right? Now, did you know that 56% of Americans feel that they're behind on saving for retirement? So that's more than half of the people say, you know what? I'm a little bit behind when it comes to saving for retirement. That's very, very sad and surprising. Well, it's not surprising. It's very sad. You hear all the time people talking about the the economy and how things inflation and how things are high. I was in the grocery store this weekend, and I will tell you, I too fell prey to the whole, "Oh my goodness, I cannot believe the how much things are costing nowadays. Look, this is how much bacon is. I'm going to have to become a vegetarian cuz this bacon is like $8 a pack. This is ridiculous." And all of that, right? And as you can imagine, things are just going to go up and prices are going to go up as we go along. So the question is, and this is me working a full time job right now, me retired, I've got to be ready for what the financial picture will be. Okay, so let's talk about key components of financial readiness. Okay, and I've got one, two, three, four of them. Let's talk about it. Okay, first key: savings and investments. Savings and investments. How much is really enough for you? Now, that's a vague question, but it's something that I want you to kind of really sit down and think about, because when it comes to investments, some of us have a 401k, 403b. Some of you have that. And when you retire, if you're able to retire with full retirement, you will be drawing from that. So that's great as long as the stock market's good. But when it dips, your take home may dip as well. So are you ready for that? What about savings? How much savings is enough? So some people would talk about your main man Dave Ramsey. He says $1,000 where you should start, your rainy day fund, that sort of thing. Some people say you need to have 3 months worth of salary, all of that. The question is for you, and for you to feel comfortable, how much savings do you have to have in order to retire, or in order to transition to another job or another line of work? Okay. So that's the first thing. Second thing is debt management. Oh boy. So we do not want to be paying off multiple credit cards, multiple loans with our social security checks, right? So we want to, and if we are planning it out properly, we want to try to reduce or eliminate, we love to eliminate debt before we are able to transition to our next step, especially those of us who are trying to retire. That's me, even though I plan to kind of have a second act, a second career. What I would love to not have any debt when it comes to that time. Okay, so you have to think about reducing or eliminating debt, and that goes into your timeline. How much time will it take for you to pay your cars off? If you are in a home, do you want to have that paid off before you retire? Do you want to have your children through college, if that's something you are paying for? If that's a big expense, that's me. So what do you have to have off the table to make you feel comfortable before you're able to retire or go on to the next phase in life? So that's one thing. Savings and investment, debt management. The third thing you have to think about are expenses. Okay. What are your expenses going to look like after you leave your current career, your full-time job, your whatever you're doing now, and when you transition to the next thing? What is that going to look like? Okay. So you have to kind of think about it, write it down. And again, some of that is with your debt. Are you trying to pay everything off before you retire? Are you saying this amount feels comfortable for me? What are your expenses going to be? Are you going to downsize your home where you live? Are you going to want to travel once a month? If so, you need to factor that in. All of those things are what you need to think about. Okay. The fourth key: income streams. Now this is my jam right here, right? Passive income, side hustles, part-time work, what will you do when you transition out of what you're doing today and going to the next phase of your life? Are you going to say, hey, when I retire, that's it, no more working for me, I am done? That's fine. Or are you going to say, listen, I want to start one of these internet businesses where I can get passive income. I can put products online. I can sell things on Etsy. I can sell things on Amazon merch. I can do all sorts of things. I would like to have a side hustle. That's me. Um, so here's what I plan to do. I plan to, by the time I retire, I want to be making as much with my other income streams as I am with my full time job. Now, it might take 5 years to do that. That's why I'm starting now. Okay. But I want to YouTube to be one stream of income. I wanted coaching. I want to do some consulting and speaking, and also my main side hustle, my main side gig, which is notarizing. I love it. So I want that. So between those four things, it should keep me busy as well as keep the income to a level that I would feel comfortable. Okay. So, my question to you, if you're watching the replay, if you're here, what steps have you done to prepare yourself financially? What steps have you done to prepare yourself financially for the next act? The next act. So, what I want you to do this week, okay, I want you to take one step. Calculate your retirement needs or review your budget. I want you to take some type of action so that you can know what you're dealing with instead of just kind of guessing and kind of kind of feeling your way. No, let's take a look at the numbers. And when I say let's, I do mean me too. Okay. So that's it. I just wanted to hop on and talk about the hard thing to talk about, which is money, and to encourage everyone to get started with thinking about those next steps. Now, join me next time when we talk about how to let go of career identity and embrace what's next. Many of us, we are caught up into who we are based on the jobs that we have, and that's not really good. Well, I'll go ahead. Spoiler alert, it's not really good. So the question is, how do you embrace who you are outside of your workplace and embrace what's next? So, thank you so much for joining me. Hello, replay gang. Hi. Drop a hi in the chat. And until next time, goodbye.